We got another one. Would I be the a-hole if I go on vacation instead of my brother's wedding? Okay. My brother, Tom, 36-year-old male, and I, 26-year-old female, have never had a really solid relationship. Due to our age gap, we didn't spend much time, and by the time together. And by the time I was old enough to develop a personality, he was already moved out of the house. For the last 2 years, my brother and his fiancee, Sarah, 32-year-old female, have been planning their wedding. Okay, 2 years. And it's coming up in September. I was asked to be a bridesmaid. I figured I was only asked as a courtesy since I'm her soon-to-be sister-in-law, but I still took it seriously. I have been a bridesmaid for the last 2 years. Just a few weeks ago, I managed to save up to buy the $800 bridesmaid dress. All right, before we even continue, I don't know. I feel like this. If I have to buy my own bridesmaid's dress, and all this extra stuff that you guys want for these weddings, we doing a $50 dress, yo. A $50 dress, max 70, but $50 dress, because a lot of these dresses, they're so flowy and flowery, and they're so specific that you can't wear them really anywhere else. Maybe another wedding, but you can't really wear it just out and about. You know what I mean? So for me personally, okay, if I gotta pay money, $50, $70 at the max. If you say 800, all right, I'm out. Okay, I'm not doing that. But let's continue. Overall, in the last 2 years, between group outings to parties, dinners, lunches, clothes, etc., I spent thousands of dollars. You've been planning your wedding for 2 years. You got me being a bridesmaid for 2 years, and you got me spending money for all this other stuff. Girl, bye. Let's continue. Eventually, all the girls in the wedding and I became extremely close, and I started to get hyped for the wedding. Sarah, the future wife, recently got close with her boyfriend's wife, Becky, 30-year-old female. Last week, she dropped the ball on me that she no longer wants me to be the bridesmaid and she would prefer if Becky would take my place. It broke my heart a little, but it's her wedding and it's not my place to tell her how to run it, so I said it was fine. Yesterday, I went to my brother's house to pick up the bridesmaid's dress, and I was going to see if I could return it since it's within the time frame. I don't know why, I guess the bride was so anal about it, where it was like, well, you got to have your dress here, I guess. But let's continue. Sarah was completely appalled and said that Becky was going to wear it since she and I are the same size. I said that would be fine, but they would have to pay me $800 for it. Sarah said that Becky couldn't afford it and I should be nice and just let her use it, and said that I could keep it after the wedding. I don't want an $800 dress. Like I mentioned earlier, most of these dresses you can't even wear anywhere else. You know what I mean? Unless you want to be really overdressed to the mall. You know what I mean? Let's continue. I explained that I'm not giving away the dress and I'm never going to use it after the wedding. After some bickering back and forth, I just ended up taking it and leaving. My brother and Sarah tried to compromise with me, and I said I could be the assistant flower girl. And I felt offended on the offer. After I said no, they then said that Becky could give me $250 for an $800 dress. Again, no, and I returned the dress and got a full refund. You go, girl. I told them I understand that it's their wedding, but they are extremely disrespectful to me and I don't need to deal with them, and I'm not going to the wedding. Today, my coworker says she has an extra round trip plane ticket to go to Miami that she'll sell to me for half price. Plus, I would have to pay for half the hotel and I could go hang out with her in Florida. The only downside is that I'll be in Florida for the week of my brother's wedding. So, will I be the a-hole if I just go party in Miami instead of going to my brother's wedding? Definitely not. You won't be an a-hole. You're not the a-hole. Because at the end of the day, you have talked to them. I mean, you were supposed to be the bridesmaid. She said, no, you ain't gonna be the bridesmaid. I actually got his, some other chick or whatever. Y'all the same size too. Ooh, that's great. And I want her to be the bridesmaid. And I want to keep your dress and just give it to her. No, this was $800 dress. Like I said, if it was a $50 dress, that'll be different. But even then, you get my money back. You know what I mean? But it's an $800 dress. I'm not doing that. Oh, come on, you're being mean, you're being selfish, you're being this, you're being that. No, and you're not even close with them. And it even showed that they have a complete disregard for you, because if they actually cared about you, they wouldn't have even, it would have been automatic. You're the bridesmaid, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? And you spend all this money on dinners, parties, and all this garbage for these people. No, go to Miami and go chill out and soak in the sun and go to the beach. You know what I mean? Don't even waste time with these people because obviously they are extremely negative. They're rude and they got all this extra stuff. Now I'm not sure also how happy you would be while going there to Miami just because it was a last minute thing for your coworker and whatnot. If your coworker and you are really nice to each other and you guys get along great, then it should be a great experience. But anything would be better than being at that wedding, because that wedding, I would not have time for it. Hey, I greatly appreciate if you could support me. Simply go to ebay.com. In the search bar, type in Latrice Limited, click on shops, and then support me. I have a wide variety of items on there, many of my own personal Latrice Limited items, such as candles, bath bombs, soaps, essential oil blends, lingerie, robes, so much stuff. I even have men's ties and comic books on there. Definitely support me, and do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.